Time for some hoops at Pepsi Center, home of the Nuggets, and we're going to bring it to you live on 2K Sports. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge. You look at Orlando. They're looking to start this road trip off with a win and continue their winning streak.
Kevin, you know, you always try and get that first game that starts a long road trip to kind of just put your group in the right frame of mind and build some early momentum.
And so Lowry will bring it up for the Magic.
And, you know, last season the Magic fell short of their goals, dealt with a lot of injuries, and just had a lot of holes in their roster, too. What was an uphill battle to begin with became really an impossible one.
The wide open look here for Vucevic. From outside, off the mark. Here's Gasol. And Gasol slams it in.
He's known as more steady than flashy, but that was a sensational pass by Conley. He can get fancy when he needs to.
Vucevic.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time, and he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one, that's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. You would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
Back to Conley. Pass to Gasol.
And Vucevic is really good at using his quick hands on defense, not making anything easy for scores.
Irving can't hit. And as you said, the Magic last season dealt with numerous injuries.
Yeah, you know, the fact of the matter, Kevin, is the Magic just didn't have enough talent to compete either, in spite of the injuries. Rebounding the ball was an issue, and they didn't have any area of the game that they were really great in.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Vucevic.
And there aren't too many big men more dependable than Gasol. He's a skilled passer who can operate out of that high post, but also give you a little rim protection if you need it.
And even now in his mid-30s, Marc Gasol is fantastic. I mean, he gives you everything you want at that center position. Strong defender and rebounder, and he has a host of ways to get you buckets.
Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Now here is Lowry. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. For three. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. Conley scanning the floor. It's stolen by Vucevic. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Finishes the break with a slam.
Really impressive seeing a guy like Vucevic carve up the defense with his peripheral vision and passing. So good at spotting the open man.
The Magic shooting their first free throw of the evening. And with Gasol, he continues to develop his outside shot, Greg, to act as a stretch center now.
Yeah, and really the combination of his three-ball shooting and his passing really, even at this stage of his career, makes him a tough cover. You worry if he'll settle too much for that outside shot, but boy, when he is on, there are few answers for slowing him down.
The shot missing. Great D that time from Vucevic. Snell from outside. The shot that time not on target. And Denver the other way now. In the corner, it's Bellinelli. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
And he's made a living draining the three ball. Bellinelli is a cold stone sniper.
The drive by Lowry. Irving for three. The Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Bellinelli. Outside Gasol. Back to Conley. Pass to Love. Shot clock at 6. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. It's deflected. Irving with the steal. Now Lowry. Bellinelli is covering. Here's Snell. Drills it from outside. Snell's got 6. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Magic.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And there's a minute 45 left to play in the first quarter. And the shot goes in. O'Neal's got his first points of the night. Clark, when you played, you were dominant inside. Are you surprised at how perimeter-oriented the game now has evolved into?
No, not really, Kevin, because of the three-point line and what it means. The game was created as a game of putting the ball in the basket. Initially, it was by getting the ball as close as you could to the basket with big guys or drives, and now with the three-point line, shooting has become a premium, and it's really one of the great elements of the game for me, and I love the way folks are playing it now.
Defensive rules have sure made a big difference in this game, haven't they?
Yeah, great point.
Fires, high post.
And, Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
To the middle. So it's Orlando now after Jeremy Lin's miss. Vucevic with the block.
And you know, with Vucevic, as is the case with all shot blockers, it's about timing. And how can you bait that shooter into shooting a shot that you know you can block?
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
The Magic have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
And so it's Orlando in the... And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how the Magic are doing, what do you think?
I mean, you saw it. That barrage of threes has them grooving here after one.
Rolling, absolutely rolling. Flat out killing it from beyond the arc.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Marc Gasol is the more fiery of the Gasol brothers. Pau Gasol says, I sugarcoat things a little more than Marc. He's more emotional, more direct. And Marc said, when a mistake happens on defense, I know you're not concentrating. I don't allow that. He knows controlling his frustration is important. He says, I'm working on it. Guys?
Part of leadership, DA. Thank you. Magic leading by 8. The drive by Collison. Ibaka wide open. He fires. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison.
Spotting the open man, Collison, a capable playmaker.
You know, and Serge Ibaka, a player who kind of came into the league as a defensive stopper, shot blocker. You know, still has great length and can bother shots, but not the prolific shot blocker he once was, as the focus has become more on the offensive end.
You know, Lin is a really creative scorer, especially when he knifes inside the heart of the defense. He's just got nice body control and a real real awareness as to what shot works best.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Here's Collison. No points in the game yet for him. From the arc, Ibaka, no luck. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Baseline J on the way. That one wide left. Right side, Collison. Poke loose. Here's Ibaka. Ennis. They retain possession. Yep, that one goes. Ibaka's got the lead up to 11 now for the Magic. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
That's his first personal foul.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And a wide open look for Lynn.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Orlando leading by 11. Aston Yang. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's the three. Shots good by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 8.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Lynn with it. Picked up by Collison. Here's Bertans for 3. The three-pointer is right on target. Bertans got his first 3 points of the game.
And Lynn is superb at passing the rock. Always wanting to get his guys involved. Excellent vision and really good decision making.
Collison gets a wide open look. It's good. The assist that time for Menace.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
Back to Lynn. 6 to shoot. Basket made. That's his 3rd of the game. He's 3 for 9 now.
Yeah, and you know, Lynn is a smooth operator in the pick and roll, guys. Passing, shooting. He usually makes the right call.
Ibaka outside. No good on the 3. And so Lynn will bring it up for Denver. Down by 12. It's off to Oklahoma City for him after this game, so they have the Thunder to look forward to. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game.
Having now been a head coach for 5 full years, 2 years with the Kings, 3 with the Nuggets, Malone's had his fill of inexperienced rosters and has done a reasonably good job with them.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Jeremy Lin. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Collison. Pass to Ibaka. Here's Dotson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And it's great to see how Malone's been able to develop these young players.
Yeah, it sure is, because I think the players have a lot of respect for him. They play hard for him, certainly. And they see he's willing to make adjustments. I think he does a nice job adapting his style to his personnel.
And that's a momentum shifter. A steal leading straight to the basket.
Collison with it. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the half. The Magic again can't hit.
Boy, strange that he bricked that one. I mean, no clue where the defense was, and I'll tell you what, they got very lucky. Great look, but he couldn't finish. Everything but is how we say that. Surprising since the defense was very pedestrian.
The Nuggets trailed by 8. Pass to Van Vliet. Releases. Denver the rebound. Sinks the three-pointer. On deep. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Serge Ibaka. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And here is Conley. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Over to the left wing. And Young comes over to help. To the right side. 6 to shoot. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. It's Young on the wing. Here's Niang. No good off the back of the rim.
When he's got that kind of position, he's got to score it. Got to score the ball from there.
You know, watching Kevin Love, he's really got a ton of tools at his disposal offensively. We know he can shoot it. We know he can post it, but his off-ball movement has also improved. Love has molded himself into a dynamic scorer.
It's stolen by Ibaka. Marc Gasol picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. So for the Magic. Left side Lowry. And stolen by Love. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Pass to Bellinelli. Back to Love. Beyond the arc. The Nuggets with another miss. And with Love and his offensive game, he has even started getting more scores off of cuts.
Yeah, Love has a good sense of timing on when a lane will open up, and often will get matched up with a defender that just isn't as quick as he is. And when everything is clicking for him, he can light it up in a quarter, as we've seen in the past.
And the turnover again by Denver. They're scoreless since the first half. Magic leading by 7. And it's Lowry penetrating. And Irving throws it down.
Kevin, it's nice to see Lowry dish the rock. I mean, I enjoy watching him pass the ball because he's got a nice feel for when to get it to his guys for an open shot.
Left side Gasol. Vucevic with the block. And he recovers it. Clock at 6. Tipped away. He had stolen by Ingles. Jumps up. And Irving throws it down.
And although he's 6'9", Gordon runs and sprints like a much smaller man. He's got gazelle-like form and speed in transition.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Clark, give us a little insider's look. Which players do you look at as gamers? You know, guys who are always ready to put out extra effort and go the extra mile.
Man, there's so many guys that fall into that category, Kevin. It's almost unfair to try to pull some names out, but you look at the way they play, guys like Russell Westbrook, Draymond Green, LeBron James. I think Kevin Durant is much that way. He gives great effort and energy to his craft. Steph Curry is a little different, but still provides that and plays with such an exuberance and joy. You know, Marcus Smart is a guy who I think does all the little intangible things that just have a way of making a positive impact on his team. So I don't have enough time to give you the full list, but those are a few of the guys that come to mind.
Yeah, great examples. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And defensively, guys, they've lost something since halftime. I mean, they've given up open looks. They've got to buckle down and get some stops here. Play with some urgency. You know, last season, Aaron Gordon really flourished in a more wide-open offense, taking advantage of his uber athleticism. But he also put a lot of work into his jumper, and that showed. Helped him make the jump into a top option for an offense.
It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And Gordon is a guy who's used to being bodied. I mean, he just kind of plays through it, shrugging off the contact and ignoring it, really.
Ball's knocked loose. Berton's shot is good.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Orlando leading by 10. And it's Vucevic in the corner. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. 10 points for Vucevic.
And everything they're attempting is going in. Tremendous run here in the third.
And a much-needed run, too, Greg. I mean, they've turned it up a notch. Really taking over now.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat-out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain-neutral position.
6 on the shot clock. Van Vliet with the bucket.
Hey, major props to Josh Jackson. Made an intelligent play there. Has a good feel for when his guys have a clean look. Kyle Lowry with a beautiful setup.
Inside, Jackson. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Jackson's got his first basket.
Good job putting the pass in front of him, throwing it where he's supposed to be, not where he is, paving the way right to the bucket.
Just a forceful finish there. Bogut has that natural power.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And although Gordon had never won a dunk contest, there's no doubt that he's one of the league's most lethal artists in the air.
Yeah, he really is. Creative, great bounce and strength. Was recorded at the combine with a 39-inch vertical. I think he gets off the floor much higher than that at times. He's got great power and a good frame. You know, if you see Gordon coming down the lane with a step, you better run for cover if you don't want to be posterized. They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
The Nuggets trail by 9. Outside, Lynn. Pass to Dotson. Back to Lynn. To the middle. Here's Gasol. Some solid defense from Ibaka.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
They get it back. Now Young. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Orlando needs to get off a shot. The shot's good from Irving.
And, you know, over time, Gordon's offensive game has evolved. I mean, he's capable of getting it going from anywhere now.
The Nuggets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting for Denver, Jeremy Lin.
And that one falls for Lynn.
And, you know, the former undrafted point guard just continues to impress. Lynn is an exciting, unpredictable player on the court, but he brings value, too.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
A drive by Collison. Here's Ibaka. And again, it's the Magic from deep.
Boy, watching Ibaka, he possesses good form and just solid range on his shot.
Denver calls timeout.
He's forcing shots offensively, hurting his team in the process. He needs to trust his teammates more.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time.
And hate to make a mistake there. Have to stay focused.
Greg, I think they're just giving the game to him at this point. Can't make those kinds of errors.
And here. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Orlando leading by 13. A drive by Collison. Drilled from 11 feet out. Collison's got the 4th quarter started here with a bucket for Orlando.
And Collison has a nice stroke, a quirky release, but never going to pass up the mid-range jumper when it's there for him.
Man, you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Really came close to the pilfer, but they'll take that effort. Mucking things up is sometimes just as good as a steal.
Love outside. And a miss there on the triple.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Young with no one around. No good from outside. The Nuggets trail by 15. The shot by Bellinelli. No good. Here are the Magic now. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. Moving on from this game, they're scheduled to take on the Lakers at the Staples Center. And their road trip is only getting started as that's the 2nd of 6 for them. And the basket by Collison.
He's got great speed, explosive speed. So if Collison spots a lane to the basket, he's able to take full advantage of it right away.
Love outside. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Boy, that was a terribly difficult shot, but still, somehow, some way, it went down. Wow.
A drive by Collison. Out to Ibaka. The 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. And now here comes Conley leading the break. On the wing, Bellinelli. Buries it from 3-point range.
Bellinelli has a shooter's mentality, so you got to know where he is as soon as he catches the ball.
Outside Collison. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Collison's got 6 in the quarter.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
To the wing right side. Conley with the 3.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding.
Agreed. I mean, when the defense is right there, you got to move the ball, make the extra pass. That's a case of a poor shot selection.
And O'Neal gets it to go.
Always enjoy solid, good passing. Easily setting up his teammate. Does not get any easier than that.
Yeah, leaving nothing to chance there. Ibaka goes up strong and finishes with a little attitude.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
So it's Orlando now. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Denver calls timeout.
And, you know, last year the Denver Nuggets were dominant from behind the arc. I mean, 6th in the league in three-pointers made, 7th in three-point percentage.
Magic leading by 17. And Clark, for the Nuggets last season, they in general shot pretty well from the field.
Well, you take a look at the rotations they rolled out, Kevin. Always had an outstanding shooter or two on the floor and generally employed good shot selection, so that adds up to nice numbers.
And the rejection by Collins. Here's Lynn. And that one is off. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. The Nuggets trail by 17. And the rejection by Lowry. That one good for 2. And that's now 10 points for Lin.
Great effort, terrific instincts. It's just solid all-around play, Kevin.
Now here's Lowry. Tipped away. Left side, Lin. Pass to Collins. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
And the awareness from Lin, outstanding. A true point guard who really sees the floor well.
Mark, one of the strong points that the Orlando Magic team has is their balance.
Well, they've got a number of players, Kevin, that can go for double digits on any night. That's always nice. Good depth on this roster as well. And when you don't have an elite star or talent, these are the kind of things you look for in building your team.
And Young, here we go. Once again off the mark, Orlando. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Just insane length and leaping ability. Ibaka can reject shots from anywhere on the floor.
And so Young will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. 17 points was their biggest margin. Collison in the post. Pass to Ibaka. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
So difficult to defend Ibaka inside the length, the improved strength, and he's one of those bigs who doesn't mind going to the line.
The Nuggets trailed by 13. Here's Lin. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Ennis. Back to Collison. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Bogut. And here we go. Fast break. Lin's got it.
Boy, Lin is not only smart, he's crafty at getting contact. A physical player who really works to get himself to the line.
In a moment here, take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Magic.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped. And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Magic.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up, whether the last several shots went down or not. 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Serge Ibaka.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with the fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
Collison's shot is good.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
No doubt about it, partner, but unfortunately the flip side of that coin, the drive home for the hometown fans, going to be rather flat.
And there's a whistle that goes on Jeremy Lin. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Well, you go back to Darren Collison's career at UCLA, very distinguished, and he's turned himself into a starting caliber pro, too.
Well, he got the important one to go. Their lead should be safe now.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.